Welcome PJ Thompson to the Purdue Boilermakers on Sports Report Radio. Thank you, PJ, for taking your time today to talk with us.
Oh, man, thank you for having me.
PJ,
thanks for having me on.
Man, you're a Purdue Boilermaker. I mean, what does that mean to you to represent your university, not just on the basketball court, but in life?
You know, Purdue means a lot to me, man. They've been recruiting. They recruited me, since I was in 8th grade, and I developed a really good relationship with Coach Painter, over the years. And I was an Indiana guy. I was born in Indianapolis and raised, in the great basketball city. And going to Purdue and wearing Purdue across my chest meant a lot. I wanted to beat all the other Indiana schools. Every time we played, and just to be able to get my undergrad from Purdue and have the success basketball-wise that, I did. I think it really helped shape my life. I thought picking Buff as my high school helped shape my life in a really positive way. And, I feel the exact same way about Purdue and all the relationships that I've built.
True. Hey, PJ, I remember senior day, having your family all around you at Mackey. How special is that to have your family there that could watch you play all those years at Purdue?
It was great. My family's been awesome for me. My mom is, one of my best friends, and my dad. I've looked up to him since I was a little kid. He's touched a lot of, people's lives through basketball, and he's the reason I wanted to do it. Coach and to go this route and do it for my family, just because they supported me for so long at the highest level. We always joke around with my mom every Mother's Day. We were in an AAU tournament. We were playing on Sunday trying to win a championship. And, majority of her Mother's Day, she spent in the gym. And it was no different with this Mother's Day. You fast forward it years later, and this Mother's Day, we're huddling around waiting to watch The Last Dance. So nothing changed there.
Oh, gosh. I saw that. I saw that on senior day, how special that was with your family. So let's talk about family. Your brother's on the team now, too. You're sitting over there behind the bench. You're a grad assistant on the team. You're seeing your brother play there. What's it like to see him out on the court experiencing some of the same things as you?
I think it's special. I think, Isaiah's done a tremendous job, his whole life, staying focused, doing the right things on and off the court. And, he's really small, but he carries a big chip on his shoulder, as I've talked about, from my playing days. And it's hard, when you have an older brother, and a dad that's played professionally, they get a lot of attention and, a lot of love around the city. It's hard to be, brought up last. And, I think he's done it. He's done it well, and he's done it at a high level. And I think if he keeps working, I think he has potential to be better than both me and my dad, on and off the court. I have a tremendous respect for Isaiah, what he's been able to do. And, I get more nervous being at Purdue now, just because I'm more nervous now as a coach than I was as a player, because you can't really control things as a coach. You can, or as a grad assistant, as a coach, you help prepare the people and you help get a game plan together, but it's up to the players to execute it. And, when it's family involved and it's your little brother, it's like you want them to do so well. And I know how hard it is as a freshman, but, I get really nervous. I'm sweating over there behind the bench and hoping Purdue wins and my brother plays well.
Were you just over there sitting next to Grady thinking, can you believe it? We're sitting behind the bench and we're watching these guys play. Was that pretty cool to sit next to Grady, this past year and kind of watch this all develop and play out?
Yeah, it was. Me and Grady were extremely close when we were at Purdue. Me and Grady lived together. And, we're really, really, really good friends. And, our family are good friends as well. And I think we really embraced Purdue, and playing for Purdue was special to us. I think me and Grady are quote unquote Boilermakers at heart, and for us to be able to come back and do it together, I think it's awesome. And we just want to make the guys better and continue to improve the program.
Hey PJ, is coaching, obviously grad assistant coaching, is that your future? Is that your goal?
Yeah, for sure. When I stopped playing, it wasn't going to be a thing where, I started doing this and I was going to go back to playing. You know, if I was going to be done playing, I was going to be fully committed to being a coach, and that's definitely what I want to do for my career. You know, I easily could have played 10 years overseas at a really, really, really good, rookie year, and I had a lot of good options, on the table for the next year, and I could have easily, like I said, easily played 10 years, but, you know, I think what I value most, as far as family, friends, being able to build relationships, help people out, that's what I value most in my life, and being overseas, I wasn't going to be able to do that. So I think coaching is the best way through basketball for me to, give back and help, young kids who come in and just continue to better people. That's what I want to do.
Hey, PJ, what were some of your favorite memories on the floor? I mean, playing at Mackey is just incredible because the fans, the paint crew, everybody's right there. But what are some of your favorite memories from playing at Purdue?
Definitely winning the Big Ten my junior year when we beat IU. Going to back-to-back Sweet 16s was awesome. And that run my senior year, where we rattled off 19 straight and, we were ranked third in the country. It was awesome, man. Just because as freshmen, we all didn't play very much, and some of us played more than others, but, we didn't play very much, and we weren't the focal point of the team, and Purdue was coming off being last in the Big Ten, and, we really, really, really had to grind to get to being third in the country, back-to-back Sweet 16s and Big Ten champs. Those 6 a.m. workouts, the Navy SEALs coming,
sure,
all these people talking to you before, like, you after 4 years, you see that paying off, and, I think I don't know. I don't want to make like a bold statement, but I think we would have had a chance to go to the Final Four. If Isaac doesn't get hurt, I think we really do have a shot to go to the Final Four. But even though we weren't able to do that, I felt like we accomplished a lot in the black and gold. But some of those things I just named are definitely my most favorite memories.
I mean, I remember from firsthand experience watching that team grow and watch you guys grow. I remember, going to the Lipscomb game early on, and I mean, that team just came together, something incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and it doesn't matter whether you're the NCAA champion. You guys are all champions in life, and at the end of the day, I mean, just that was a championship season. But so let's talk a little bit about Coach Painter. I mean, what's it like? I mean, Matt grew up. I mean, he's an Indiana guy. He knows the drill. Playing at Purdue, going through coaching. Is Coach Painter one of your idols, or I don't know if idols maybe, but is he kind of maybe a role model for you? Has kind of helped guide you through the coaching process?
Oh man, when I look at what I want to do for my profession, which is coaching. Now that I'm done playing basketball. I got someone that I can call anytime, any day, no matter what, and he's gonna pick up the phone and answer. Every conversation I talk to Coach Painter, man, I feel like I'm taking something away that I learned. And you don't see a lot of guys like Coach Painter in this business, just from knowing a lot of people in this business, experiencing what I have. There's not too many coaches like Coach Painter who's gonna tell you the truth. Who's going to make you go to class, who's going to make you get your degree, who's going to set you up to talk to people and have job interviews. Coach Painter does it all, man. He does it all behind the scenes, and he does it the right way, which is the most important part. I always think it's funny, like when people say, man, why doesn't Purdue get All-Americans? If Coach Painter's that good, well, why doesn't Purdue get these All-Americans? It's like they have no idea, what it takes to get these players. Some of these coaches are paying these players a lot of money to go to their school for 1 year and leave. And, we don't do that at Purdue, and I think that's what I value most, because we've shown over these years that you can do it the right way, and you can do it without cheating. You can do it with class, and that's okay. And if you fall up short, so what? It's a basketball game. Life moves on. It's a game. And in 20 years, I'm not going to care that we got upset by Nebraska this past year. And, in 25 years, I won't care. It's a basketball game. So I think, Coach Painter's really taught me a lot about that, as well as 1,000 other things I can name. But, I can truly say without bias, and I know he's my guy, but I truly think he's one of the best in the business that doesn't get enough credit. But he does a great job with his players.
PJ, you're a class act. Thank you, buddy, so much. I look forward to catching up with you down the road. You've been an awesome guest today. Thank you so much for taking your time to be on our Sports Report Radio today.
Oh, no, thanks for having me. Anytime.